Good afternoon everybody, Sarah Jane Black, SB Business Support, and I'm here today on my sofa session with Natalie from Oakhaven Hospice. Down here today, been here before sponsoring an event, a business club event, which I'm sure Natalie will talk about a little bit later. But I just wanted to first ask you, Natalie, a little bit about Oakhaven and the history behind Oakhaven.
Yeah, so it's our 30th anniversary this year, so we've been going for 30 years. And we are a hospice that supports adults over the age of 18, and we cover the whole of the New Forest, Tottenham, Waterside areas.
That's a big area there.
It's a big area,
Yeah.
We actually started off quite small, so Phoebe Coates and her husband John owned the land that we're on now.
Right.
And they recognised that there was a need for a hospice in this area, and they had this idea that that's what they wanted to do. John passed away in 1987, and Phoebe wanted to dedicate their land to him and build their dream, which was to build a hospice for the community in Lymington. So they gave us their croquet lawn and their vegetable patch, and that's where the first hospice is, and that one was built, opened officially in 1992 by the Duchess of Kent.
How many rooms in that part of the hospice?
So we've got 10 beds in the hospice altogether. As time went on, we expanded, so we now have a bigger inpatient unit, and that connects to the main house, which is where we've got our day hospice.
Right. And the difference between the bed area and the day hospice?
So the inpatient unit is for those who are at end of life or palliative care. We also use it for respite and for pain management, whereas the day hospice is for our patients who have been diagnosed with a life-limiting illness but aren't anywhere near end of life and want to come along for a bit of respite for their family. They get to come and see other people who are in similar situations. They get peer support, they get to do activities, they get a hot meal. And they've got our nurses and doctors on site as well, so if they've got any questions or they're worried about something, then they can speak to them.
So a real safe day out, really.
Yes, yeah.
Which takes you away from all the norm, really, which is nice, isn't it? Lovely. Okay. Services then. So you've talked very briefly there about respite. Who's that for? You talked about the bed care, the day unit.
Yeah, so obviously the main services are the inpatient unit and the day hospice. But we've got lots of other things that we do as well. So we do complementary therapies, counselling.
Is that for anyone in the community or anyone who's got a lifelong illness?
Yeah, so it's for those with a life-limiting illness and their families.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and we do physiotherapy as well. We've got a dedicated medical team, both obviously in the inpatient unit but also out in the community. And we actually see around 300 patients a week across all our services. And the majority of those are in their own home.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, isn't it? And then plus you've got your inpatient care here.
Yeah.
Crikey. Okay.
Yeah. In addition to that, we've got this fabulous building here, which is the Coates Centre, which we're sat in today, and it's a hub for the community. So actually anyone from the community can come and use the Coates Centre. It's a drop-in, so people can come in, have a cup of tea, chat to our volunteers, but we also do classes like art classes, yoga, relaxation. We've got bereavement coffee mornings, widow friendship groups, all sorts of
loads
things
of
going on.
things going on. And what about, I know we'll talk about later a little bit about the corporate side, but you can also use this for sort of meetings and little events and things like that?
Yeah, so we use it for our networking club, which I'm going to talk about later, but we've also got two fantastic boardroom style rooms, which can be used by external companies
As well as the lovely room we're in.
as well as the room that we're in, if they want to do any meetings or events themselves. And there's a great opportunity there to give back to the hospice, but in a way where you're just doing your day-to-day job.
Yeah, but also giving back to the community and helping others on the way, which is
definitely.
all about supporting everyone else, which is where I firmly sit.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about you then? Why the hospice?
I think hospice care is so important. It's massively underfunded, so we only get something like 14% from the government. And you know, when you're born,
That's nothing, is it?
no, it's nothing. Not when your turnover is, you know, somewhere near £7 million. That's nothing. And when you're born, you know, you have such great care that's given to you in hospital. And
No.
And that's
So
why
why
hospice is
can't
really
that
important.
be as equal at the beginning as it is at the end?
And that's what the whole point of hospice care is to provide that. Yeah.
So what did you do before, and how long have you been here? Tell us a little bit about you.
So I've been here since March.
What, this year?
This year.
Oh, you've been busy.
I know. Absolutely love it. It's my dream job. I love doing corporate fundraising, and I absolutely love this hospice. It's fantastic. I mean, who wouldn't want to work here?
I know, it's lovely.
Beautiful.
I have to walk around the grounds too, which I feel honoured to do.
I've worked in fundraising for about 10 years now across various different charities, but before that I used to work on cruise ships.
Did you?
Yes.
So being a bit of a jet setter, a globe trotter around the world.
Yeah,
Have
definitely.
you?
Yes, absolutely loved it. I've been all around the world, seen amazing places and had so much fun, and yeah, it was great.
Favourite place then?
I really love Copenhagen.
Do you? Golly, most people would say something like wacky the Bahamas or...
I know, and I've been to places like Bora Bora and all around the South Pacific and Australia and South America. I did love South America. That was really, I'd love to go back there. I don't know why, I love the Danish way of life, and it's just so clean and beautiful, and even though it might be cold, everyone's still sitting outside, they've got a real outdoor lifestyle.
Okay. I've never been, so
it's very expensive.
I'll have to put that on my bucket list to go.
So yeah, it's definitely really good.
Yeah. Nice. So, corporate. Explain.
So, I'm the corporate fundraising manager, and my role is to bring corporates closer to the hospice, to be part of our community and work with us in a partnership.
Yeah.
So it's not one way. We don't just go out there and ask for money. It's very much a partnership, and it's about how we can work together, and that's really important to us. And there are 5 key areas that I do that across. The first one is corporate adoption. So when somebody picks us as their nominated charity, whether that's for a year or whether that's over a long period of time, and we've got some fantastic partnerships with businesses around the area that are long-standing and really important to us. We also do sponsorship, so within my team we have an events manager, and we do sponsorship for all of our events, and obviously that gets somebody's brand out to lots of people within the community.
Yeah.
But you can also sponsor stuff around hospice, and I know that we've spoken about this. Anything from
the tree of life.
yes, anything from a nurse to this room, to the garden.
Oh, so you can really do the really bolts of it, the
Yeah.
tiny little chunks. And sponsor
Anything can be
everything.
sponsored, and
Oh,
it's all
wow.
about what works for you and what you feel affiliated to, which is why we've spoken about the tree of life.
Yeah.
We have a metal tree just outside of here. Absolutely beautiful, and when somebody passes away, they're able to buy a copper leaf, get it engraved, and put it on the tree.
Which I think is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we put together a sponsorship package because you felt like that was something that you really aligned with.
Absolutely, because as everyone knows, the tree is my business logo, and it's all about growth and support. So, yeah, for me, that's one on the list for next year, as we have spoken about.
Yeah. So that's very exciting for us. We also do business networking.
Yeah.
So we have Oakhaven Business Club. It's bi-monthly networking here in the Coat Centre. We have an option to be a member, so you could have a membership, or you can just pay as you go. The next one's actually on the 8th of September. Yes.
Next week?
Not next week, the week after.
Week after.
Yeah, yeah. And it's in collaboration with New Forest Business Partnership and Hampshire Chamber of Commerce, and our sponsor for that event is Care, who is one of our really long-standing corporate partners that we have a great relationship with.
And are they local to here?
They are local, yeah. One of their care homes is literally just across the road from us, and in fact I'm going there after this.
All right, lovely. Fabulous.
Yes, that's very exciting. They're going to do a talk about their partnership with us and what it means to them and what they do.
That's good, because then that will go out to the wider community as well, won't it? And people get a greater understanding of why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And what people get out of it. So, 30-30 challenge, what's that?
So we're running a challenge at the minute called the 30-30 challenge, where we give businesses £100,
Right.
and they've got until March next year to turn it into £1,000.
So they can do anything. They do anything they like.
Anything at all, as long as it's legal
Yeah.
and ethical and moral.
Yeah.
They can do anything at all. And I've had some fantastic ideas come through, from band nights to coffee mornings. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to one of my organisations who've done a curry quiz night, and they've raised £1,100. That's the Naked Country in New Milton. So there's loads of different
so many things you can do, isn't there?
And the nice thing about it is we give you £100, so you don't even have to
start with nothing.
Yeah, you've got some money to do something. And all the money raised from that goes to our Neighbours Project, which is volunteers who go out in the community and support those people at home with day-to-day stuff that they really struggle with. So it might be taking the dog for a walk, doing the ironing,
House valuable
just
stuff.
coming and having a cup of tea and a chat, because they might be on their own. So that's really invaluable. And the reason I called it 30 for 30 is it's our 30th anniversary. We want to get 30 businesses on board, raising £30,000. Currently up to 30. So.
Oh, come on, everyone out there, all you
Really,
local businesses, and actually you don't even have to be local, do you, to Oakhaven?
No.
If it's something that you feel that you're passionate about and about supporting, then contact Natalie.
Yeah, in fact, one of our companies that is taking part in the challenge, NetServe, they're actually based in Southampton.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you're from. If you want to do some raising to help the hospice, then that's a really, really good way of doing it. I really like that idea.
Yeah.
So, what's your vision then?
My vision
What's your vision for here, for Oakhaven?
for corporate? I mean, I can't really talk for the hospice overall, because
For what you do, what is your
but for what I do, I just want to bring companies across the New Forest closer together. And that's not just to us, that's to each other. You know, it's been really tough. We've had a really tough time over COVID, and times are going to be tough again. And if that means that, you know, hosting a few networking events that actually bring companies together and connect people. You know, you talked about connection when you spoke at the event, and it was really so true. You know, it's all about connection and collaboration. So that, I think, is my vision, is to bring businesses closer to our community and to create a business community that's linked to it.
lovely, lovely vision? Purpose then?
Well, obviously the purpose is to find businesses that want to work in partnership with us, that want to help us to raise the money that we need to keep this place going and to keep people having a dignified death. You know, as I said, it's near on £7 million to run this organisation. We get 14% from the government. Everything else we have to bring ourselves. So
that's a steep mountain to climb, isn't it?
it's really
So any
important.
climbers out there, you need to be helping. Value then, the value, where does this value go? This value goes straight back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Straight back to the community, to every single person who comes through the doors here.
Yeah.
Whether that is a family member, an individual, whether that's business, it's all connections,
Yeah.
collaboration.
Yeah. And it's all one big community. You know, we're all here, we're helping each other. We're all right until the end of life, really.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And it brings a huge amount of value to the individuals, the businesses that get involved with us. You know, they get to see firsthand what we do. They get to experience and see what happens here, and they get to be part of something really special, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Vision, purpose and value, what we all need to know. And Natalie's certainly given us a real lovely insight into Oakhaven Hospice and how we as the community, individuals, business owners, we can all help just that little bit. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed our sofa session. See you again soon. Wait for this, and I'll keep that.